Hello everyone, I am Beth Golden. Welcome to my channel. I am so happy that you're here. So I did a video recently of me not being able to master the birthday turnabout stamp and asking for help on that. So today I want to try one that I think is a little bit easier. I'm gonna do the same type thing before, but I just wanted to show you that you can have success with this. So I hope that I have success with this at this point. But Concord and Ninth has these great turnabout stamps, and they came out with this thing called the Turnabout Jig. And they have this turnabout toolkit that came out with a really cute stamp set, die set, and then also the turnabout jig, some temporary adhesive, and then an eraser, and then some cards and some envelopes. So that was what was in the kit, and really excellent directions in it as well. For the most part, I have never had any problem doing the turnabout except when I do the birthday one. So that's why I posted that, asking you guys for help and what was I missing. Anyway, this is another one that I got. It's the marbled turnabout stamp. I think it is so cool. And so I'm gonna do this one, and I'm gonna do it in blues. This is the jig, and I've cut down the paper to 4.25 by 5.5. And there's little grooves right here that you want to line the paper with up in each corner. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use some temporary adhesive on this. I will be trimming this down after when I put it on a card front, just because I don't do flush card fronts, and I don't have a card front that I really want to stamp. I prefer to have a matte on all mine. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up in the corners of where those little grooves are. All right, that's lined up. Now, on each corner, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna turn it. But before we start that, we have to take this, and really, you know what I should have done? Really, this goes on after I get the stamp placed. So what I did was, on the back, there is a cross, and your cross needs to match up perfectly with this. So you have to center, it says the center point, and you take off the backing because we're going to pick it up with our MISTI. This really only works with a MISTI. So you want to make sure that your stamp is lined up perfectly with the image on the acetate sheet that has the cross. Okay, so if you take a look at that, I do have it lined up perfectly. So this one lines up absolutely perfectly. Now, this is the sticky side, so this needs to go up, and there is a thing that says this side up. So we're going to line up this centerpiece where the X marks the spot, basically, all right? And that lined up good. And one thing I'm noticing, you guys, is that when I put it on, yeah, now it's good. Before I'm like, that didn't quite work. And you can always flip it over on the other side. It looks like it's perfect. So I'm just gonna take this right like this and flip it to pick it up. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, I certainly hope that you would consider doing so. It really helps me out. And then if you also would hit that bell for notifications, that would be awesome. And then if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I really do love to interact with you guys. And I always try to get you answers and respond to any kind of questions or concerns or recommendations that you guys have. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and sharing is caring. So I would so love it if you would share it with anyone you think would like it. And if you want to pin it to a board, that would be awesome as well. All right, so I already have the easy dots down like so. So I got my temporary adhesive all ready to go, lining these up perfectly in the corners. Now I have the foam, because sometimes when you're misty, the foam can shift a little bit. Well, I have that taped down with some purple tape, so that won't be moving. And I'm just going to make sure that these are all lined up, and they are. So we are ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to remove this now, set this aside. And I always like to use Catherine Pooler ink for this because it goes on so nice, and I don't have to worry about restamping a ton. It's literally, I can hit it with just a couple ink, you know, a couple ink taps, and then we're good to go. So I'm going to be doing a blue marble, and I'm going to be using Aquatina, Something Borrowed, Fiesta Blue, and then I'm going to pull in a little bit of grape, so Grape Crush. And I like to work from lightest to darkest. I don't know why, but that's just how I roll. So I'm just going to ink up my stamp, making sure that the 1 is in the corner. So the most important thing on this is that you just make sure that everything lines up. And if you can read it and it looks correct to you from where you are, then chances are you're totally good to go. And I'm just really inking this up nice and good. And that's in the corner as it should be. See how that did? Pretty good. I'm going to stamp it again though, just for a little bit more vibrancy. The stamp is so fun. You could do a whole bunch of colors on it and do like a funky vibe from like, you know, like a Volkswagen Bug on the front or something too. That'd be really cute. Okay. All right. One more time, making sure that it's flush with that corner. Good. I love it. All right. Now I'm going to move on, but first, see, I have a system. You got to have a system with this because it's a couple steps. I clean the stamp first. Probably why I go to lightest to darkest, because if I accidentally forget to clean and I restamp it, and it won't be so bad, hopefully, because, you know, it'll be going from lightest to darkest. Also, I like to do it first so it has a minute to dry. Then I rotate it. So the one's in the corner. Now we're going in for our second. So I'm going to put that in the corner, just like that. And for this one, I'm going to use Something Borrowed. No, I'm not. I lied. I'm going to use Fiesta Blue. All right. So this is a bigger pad. I like those mini ones because they are wonderful for storing. I always say that my craft room is like Manhattan. My property is very valuable up in here. So if I can have something that's small that does the same as something big, I'm going to go with the small so I can store it. All right. And again, I'm making sure that's flush. Number 2 is right there. And here we go. Okay. Looking good, looking good. I'm going to hit it again, just because I like to hit it twice. I have discovered that when using these, it really is better to use a 4.25 by 5.5 card base and slide it in. It just tends to work a whole lot better. All right, perfect. So again, I am going to clean this off first. My little stamp squeegee. That way it will take some time to dry. Another thing I like about Catherine Pooler inks is it comes off really easy. And now we're gonna put number 3 in the corner, right there, all right? Now I'm gonna go with Something Borrowed. Something Borrowed. Making sure that's flush. So get your routine figured out, like get your system figured out how you want to do this. Because once you get a system in play and you get in the habit, really easy just to stick with it. Okay. All right, not like that matters because it goes off of this anyway. Gonna make sure that this is flush. It is. All right. I might hit that again. I'm kind of liking the double stamp right now. Oh, so pretty. Isn't that awesome, you guys? Are you familiar with the Conquer Tonight Turnabout? If so, what ones are your favorite? Tell me below. I haven't bought a Turnabout stamp in probably, I want to say at least 9 months, possibly a year. So tell me down below. I have a link provided. So after the video, go check out the store and tell me which one you like, or which one's your favorite, or which one you have, just because I would love to know. All right, this is looking awesome. So I'm going to clean off my stamp and we're going to go in for the fourth one, the fourth turn. There we go. All right, now we get to do the pretty grape crush. So I'm going to turn it to number 4. There we go. Flush in the corner, just like I needed it to be. Now we're doing grape crush right here. Oh my gosh, this ink just is so awesome. Okay. That looks like that's pretty good coverage. Make sure that's flush. It is. Number 4 in the corner. Down we go. I'm going to do it one more time, and then we will take it off and give it a nice inspection. But I think this looks great. I love it. One more time. And voila, there we go. So I just wanted to show you guys. I know that there can be success with this. We just showed that there can be success with this. I think that there's just something about that one stamp that I showed you last time that's just off, or I don't know what it is. I almost think that the X is not correct on it. But this is so pretty. I love this one. I knew that when I saw this marble one, I was gonna have to get it. Okay, so let's take this off and set that aside. I'm gonna bring you down a little bit lower so you can take a better look at this. So I just want to take the adhesive off in the back, which is super easy to do with this eraser. And I gotta tell you, I use this eraser for so much stuff. It's awesome. And then there we go. So it's beautiful. It lined up perfect. It's awesome. And again, I'm gonna cut it down to 4 by 5.25 and put it on a A2 card base, a card front, and it'll be a nice matte. And then I'll put a sentiment on here. You know, this would make a great winter card because those are those colors. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that I didn't scare you off too much from the last video that I did, but I really want to figure that out, you know? So anyway, go over and check out Conquer Tonight. Tell me what your favorite Turnabout stamp is, because I may have to buy it. Yes, I might. Until next time, I'm Betsy Golden. Happy crafting.